Hello and welcome back to Ramen. My name is Beast, and today we're back with Nobleworks. As you can see, with the joist that we're currently on, we're gonna go for Shizuru-Route. Because only two people commented about which girl they fucking want, and one was Sena and one was Shizuru. So I flipped the coin, and Shizuru got chosen by the coin. So now here we are. I don't want to hear any complaints about her, der, we want him not the her, der, we want goddamn Senna. I gave y'all the chance. Now we apparently have the two most interesting routes out of the way first. Since apparently like the two routes where the girls don't know that you're actually a body double are the most interesting ones from what I've heard. So yeah. I completely blame every single last one of you on that for that. So yeah. Anyways, beer. And give a hint. Look closely. The board. It's too early to give up around the center. It may seem difficult, but there's a variety of moves there. There are numerous strategies one can use by placing a captured piece. By the way, recently I started playing. I played some Yakuza 0 again, and I decided to try to do the Shogi again. Nothing worked out. What I'm trying to say is Shogi is fucking bullshit. Like it's like somebody looked at chess and was like not complicated enough. Like seemingly like there aren't even like the same pieces like mirrored. Like there's no like king, queen, bishop, horse. I don't know what it's called in English right now. Knight, I think. No, knight was tower. The one that can move in a straight line. I mean the one that has like like that movement pattern where it basically just teleports. Like apparently, like they don't have like those to both sides of the king and queen. Apparently, there's different things. And I just got confused. Anyways, let's just stop talking about Shogi because I hate Shogi with a passion by now. You have to be careful. I have to be careful of you right now. Okay, I do not regret anything anymore. That's fucking adorable. Correct. If he plays it here, I'm the one in trouble. You've really gotten better, though. The speed of your improvement is surprising, Masamune. I'm certain that it's because you've put in so much effort. Are you just... Oh, no worry, at your current level I don't even have to focus on the game. Yes, understand. Now then, it's your turn. In this manner, we again followed along with thought tactics today. Incidentally, after losing to me again, Masamune... Thus, after Masamune became infuriated by the heartlessness of games, I had a difficult time calming her down. Skip! Here I'm supposed to ignore it and return home. I really want to, but no. Looks like it's just girl talk. Let's not cut into their conversation. Goodbye then. Masamune, what's the matter? You look like you're in a rush. Is that so? No, not me. It's because of your efforts. This isn't flattery or anything. I didn't think she'd progressed this much in such a short time. Congratulations. Did you outwit the board chairman? Observing the bliss on Masamune's sweetly smiling countenance, I'm glad that I was able to teach her. So, did you decide on the request? If I recall correctly, you made a promise to the board chairman that he'd grant you anything you wanted if you could beat him, correct? In that case, it looks like you haven't decided, huh? You don't have anything you want? Then somewhere you want to go? Tomorrow is a break, after all. I see. There isn't something you want to do either? Or something you want after all? Hmm? Also, something that's annoying that apparently I scratched myself too much here, so now it feels really weird. Strad, you have only one request, so it would be best to consider it carefully. What am I doing? Don't have any particular business. I believe I will take it easy at home. What the heck? You seemed a little flustered just now. Thank me properly. You don't have to take me into consideration. The granddaughter might feel indebted, but the grandfather might hold a grudge. Ah, yes, see you later. Still, she really did seem happy. I guess she was just that frustrated about losing. Oh, and yes, Tsukiyama might be waiting. I better hurry up. We don't need to know the day. It's literally the next day. No, it's not the next day. It's 2 days later. Also, here she does mention the fact that it's changed slightly. Yes, what is it? Yeah, it says so. It's about the whole she wants to go shopping thing. Go shopping. I'm supposed to be shooty, so I'll take Masamune's invitation here. Huh? Security. Hold up. Of course not. That just totally slipped my mind. One usually doesn't think about the constant danger of being kidnapped. Usually, it's just not everyday things. Uh, sorry, fucking glasses again. Bit on this end. There we go. That's right. The original reason I became Shooty's substitute was to hide him from those kinds of enemies. I'll be careful nonetheless. Just yucky. Okay. Well, I guess I can't go shopping in my civilian clothes. Aston Stock's still at the business district. Masamune still hasn't arrived, but I'm 10 minutes earlier than the agreed upon time, so there's no problem. Although there shouldn't be a problem. I can't come down looking like this. From top to bottom, I'm dressed in clothes too expensive for me to have ever worn. It does feel nice to wear, but I can't quite calm down. Apparently sneakers are 70,000 yen. What's the deal with that? Aren't they just sneakers? Aren't they worn down? Aren't they just consumer goods? Yet 70,000. I assume that my feet are feeling something that they've never felt until now. Recently, I've gotten used to attending the academy, such that my awareness of it has faded. But this really is an amazing world. As you consider that, and there we go, here's the proof that the girl in the top floor in Riddle Joker is indeed her. Then, giving me a light wave across her chest, Masamune walks towards me. Greetings. That isn't a problem. Did you come on foot? No, I was just sure that you would go by car. Does she always have that outrageous way of shopping? I'm sure it's something like that. The shop assistant goes to retrieve the recommended items while the shopper, sitting on a comfortable sofa, makes their choice. Real VIP rooms like that exist. Amazing. Nothing. Let's start moving then. Have you decided upon somewhere to go? Something you want to do? What is it? Whoops. Bargaining doesn't really work in regular shops. Huh? Bargaining. Huh, that's, how to say it? Bargaining, huh? The existence of that deluxe sort of shopping is a wonder to me, but it would be odd to think of it as a curiosity as kanemotoshuri. No, it isn't as if I think it's problematic. Now let's start moving. Have you decided which store to go to? Well, if she usually travels by a car driven by a chauffeur, wherever she lives might be far. In that case, is there anything you've been thinking you want to buy? Yes, I don't mind. Bargaining, huh? As far as Ojo-samas go, is that kind of plebeian behavior admired? Or perhaps I should mention that bargaining isn't something the common people often do either. Or she said that she wants to do it, whatever. Okay, sorry, let's go. While pursuing Masamune, I catch a glimpse of my surroundings. There doesn't seem to be anybody suspicious. If the security people of Joe had accompanied me are here, I should be fine. That's dangerous, you know? Is there something that valuable? Her restlessness is like that of a child in an amusement park. But it's better than her pointing out everything, definitely. So, have you found good clothes? Huh? Ah, that cute feel would go well on you. Huh? Sorry. I intended to make that a non-committal compliment. Did I screw up? Huh? You're buying it? No, I think it would go well on you, but it seemed like you were mad. Let's go inside then. He's just, oh my god, he wants to buy it for nothing. Masamune suffers defeat at that moment. However, after receiving those words, she looks at the salesperson blankly. Presented with such a peevish face, the salesperson also puts on a troubled expression just after seeing mine. You're not surprised? The fact that they don't perform the service might mean that it isn't very common. Considering how old that guy is, it might have existed in his time. But in today's Japan, I have a hunch that it's basically obsolete. Especially somewhere like a clothing store. Might exist at some local shopping streets, at the very least. Masamune's face turns bright red with embarrassment. My mind feel awkward if I left things the way they are. I separate Masamune from the salesperson, whose voice became somewhat concealed. Sorry. Does the store have some sort of membership system? Then I will become one of those members. Will I receive that discount somehow or another? In that case, I will purchase it beforehand on a separate charge. Thank you very much. Now then, about that discount. Yes, yes, she did so. Thank you. Yes, I did see. It's a relief to see you're happy. Now then, I'd better go express my gratitude to the salesperson. Masamune, I don't want to put a damper on your happiness, but, I think it would be best not to bargain from now on. That's good. Considering how sloppy your success was this time, it'd be bad if something like this would have happened again. Me? I don't particularly... She's the one who invited me, so I haven't thought about... That can't be. Why does she not have a proper route? I will find the developers and beat the shit out of them! Sensei. What a commoner. Looking at that makes me feel kind of relieved. My relief suddenly dissipates the moment I hear those voices and my body stiffens. Seriously? This kind of coincidence? Those kinds of voices, there's no mistaking it. To run into a crazy pair of ski masks downtown, it can't be anyone but the kidnappers from that time. Nothing. It's just those weird people walking around there. Fortunately, the kidnappers haven't noticed me yet. As for now, Masamune, I'm sorry, but please run. Take Masamune's hand and break out into a run. At any rate, I have to get away from here now. Alright, those kidnappers won't be revealing anything. Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. God damn it. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. God damn it, talk to me. What the fuck have you done? Now she can't get married. Masamune, what's the matter? But your face is red, you know. Wait, Masamune! Masamune, leaving me behind, begins walking at a brisk pace. I hurriedly follow behind her. Likewise, thank you for inviting me. See you after the break. Now then, I'll go home too. I've returned. It wasn't really a date. We were merely shopping and fellowship. Yes, that was some hardships, though. You were there? Ah, that incident. I'm sorry, it's just that the kidnappers were there, so I thought I had to run away. Yes, and we went away without them noticing, but... No, don't worry about it. How did she not... Like, she's used to be like this absolute supermate, but she didn't notice two people running around with fucking ski masks in the middle of goddamn downtown. Like, that's not on him or anything. That's all on her. I don't know why I let that go. Now don't worry about it. Minamoto. What was that? What was with that? Skip! Parties are worse. Out of the two, I'm more concerned about the party. Kaneda delivers a resentful glare to me that says, so you only need to review. Or rather, she thought to speak something so careless in the classroom. For the time being, I'll head to the restroom. Please start without me. To think that this academy would have a party. Concerning manners and posture and such, I've practiced dancing until now, but I never thought that it'd really come to this. I'm in trouble. Huh? Oh, Masamune, good afternoon. Yes, a little. Well, this is, no, it isn't as though I'm fixated on anything. Well, fine. There's an end of semester party, isn't there? Well, I believe you know this, but because of my hospitalization, I'm not used to such a thing. Stuff like dancing in particular. The hospitalization thing really has become a handy excuse. Now, taking into account Shooty himself, I probably can't think that lightly. In any case, I'm poor at it. I suppose so. Huh? You will? Oh, no. Isn't this if I doubt whether you can dance? Being a member of high society, I'm sure you've attended many events. It's just, you've said you'd teach me, but I would. Oh, really? What will we do specifically? Is that so? No, that isn't it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you to offer to teach me, but I feel like there's a bit of a difference in our physiques. Is that so? Well, I guess I wouldn't be losing anything with practice. Very well. I look forward to working with you. Okay. Like this? Well, it's only the posture thus far. But I expect that actually dancing will be difficult. Saying that, as Masamune goes to control my dancing posture, she stretches upward with all her might. She hops up and down repeatedly to match my position, but I don't think that her legs will be able to move very flowingly if she jumps like that. I can lower my arms, you know. I've heard that the man is supposed to lead the woman in this kind of dance. Beginner though I am, I believe it is I who should be accommodating to take the lead. Now then, lowering the position of my arms, I get a firm hold on Masamune. It's tougher than I thought to dance with this posture. Masamune, what's the deal? What's the matter? Very well. Have you done things like dancing with a lot of males then? But oh, is that so? I'm sorry. So it's rude that one would dance with a lot of people. I see. Prudence. Heh. Does that mean that you don't really have that degree of dance experience? So that's it. So that's it. But are you okay with holding my hand? I see. I gladly accept your offer then. Trying to tell me something here? Trying to tell me something here, Shizuru? This doesn't work with the small gun. Trying to tell me something here, Shizuru? The joke is, I can't fucking dance. The long term? Is Masamune also worrying about business matter? She probably talks about, she's probably thinking about marriage. Like, dancing on your wedding. Yeah, that's right, well. Advance, advance. Uh, uh, yes? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, right after you said it. Yes, but yes. Ah! Having my hands held together with Masamune, I lose balance in a panic and. Ow, ow, ow. Yes, I have. And you, are you. This is. Crap. I saw. It isn't like I fell over on purpose. This is an accident without a doubt. But this. Whoops, fuck. Ugh. Oh, how should I say this? For the time being, well, fuck your skirt. You should put your skirt back in place. Then Masamune finally checks her body. Her gaze slowly shifting. What am I doing? Sorry. Okay, understood. As I feel a weight lift up from my body, I know that Masamune has stood up, but she still hasn't said that it's okay for me to open my eyes. Fuck. Opening my eyes, I see Masamune with what appears to be a displeased face. All naturally. Masamune, I'm sorry. Ah! That was an accident. It isn't as if I had a clear view. I tried not to look as soon as possible. Yes, I did see. Okay. I should put away the gun. Understood? Huh? We're continuing? appreciate your feelings, but I might trip over again. At least your skirt isn't very good for this, is it? Also, the afternoon classes are about to start. There's enough for the day. Indeed, I truly appreciate your eagerness, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just holding my chair like that. I'm sorry for talking over you just now, Shizuru. Yes, thank you. Now then, let's return to our classrooms. But man, this shirt turned into a wash. What with not Masumune's panties. Getting up to the real thing, I have to do something about dancing. Sorry, but this time is go for Mojo. He should be alright. In that case, Masamune, would you like to? So he's still allegedly harassed, but I now no longer need this. Okay, did I read that? In that case, Masamune, would you like to? I think I did read it, but oh well. Yes, if you don't mind. For one song, please, if you will. Present my right hand. Masamune nervously looks at my hand, and as her face flushes red, she slowly edges towards it once again. Hmm. I regret. I want to go for fucking I want to go for Maya's route again. Thank you. It'd be terrible if I would have fall over again. So I've been doing my best to practice. Now, please. Also, I finally caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga. I don't remember if I already mentioned that. Anyways, it's because of that time you helped me practice that I was able to improve in this manner. Thank you. I'm practicing carefully so that during the real performance I don't end up making that blunder from when I practiced with her. I know that now, but doesn't feel like Masamune is moving kind of stiffly. Top of that, her face seems to be getting redder, I think. Masamune, are you okay? Well, it's just that you seem more stiff compared to earlier. Also, your face is somehow red. Are you not feeling well, perhaps? Not a problem, but... You've only danced with boys younger than you, correct?
Looking at the others in response to her words, that might indeed be the case. But it isn't as if we're being laughed at. So it can't be that we're making a mistake in our dance. Having said that, I don't think that the dancing skills of a beginner such as myself would be enough to fascinate them. Perhaps could it be you? You've just about never danced in a place like this, correct? Perhaps those who are aware of that would think that this is a rare sight. Otherwise, it's because you're cute. Is that so? Really, though? That dress does look good on you. It's very lovely. Huh? The song has just ended. Thank you for accepting my partnership. It was too great an honor for me, and I very much enjoyed the time. So, now that the dance has ended, what will you do from here? Is that so? And I'd be conspicuous if I just stood against the wall, so it'd be better if Konhiro and the others. Huh? Together with you? That might be true. Taking Shuri into account, I feel like it would be the better option, but is it okay? Something tells me it's gonna be something along the lines of, "Oh no, she's gonna be chosen as Shuri's fiance," but then they're gonna do it. Fuck it, just let her marry him Takumi because these two are basically best bros at this point. So if anything, letting her marry Takumi is going to improve the relationship between companies even more than forcing the heir of the fucking Masamunes to marry into the Kanemoto family. Not an heir, actually. Probably. Taking Shuri into account, I feel like it would be the better option, but is it okay? I see. You went out of your way to ask, so I will take you up on that offer. I look forward to this then. Such nice weather. Lift my gaze to the sun shining high in the sky. Ah, yeah, that wasn't an indication that it's actually already her route, I forget. They don't have the tiny chibis like they do in Riddle Joker, which was amazing. Anyways, lift my gaze to the sun shining high in the sky. At the turn of the middle of October, the increasing transparency of the atmosphere makes the sky feel higher and higher. My life with this peculiar job is going great. That was that stressful dance party, but it seems like it went without incident when I look back on it. At this rate, Shuri should Well, I should return without any major burdens, but... Huh? Who's sitting alone on that bench over there? Someone who's reading alone, he sure is noisy. Good afternoon. I had no intention of scaring you. Is that manga? There isn't any need to hide in such an exaggerated... was that a rule violation? If you're looking for Nagamitsu, I noticed her behind the tennis court earlier. You're welcome. Did something happen? So, it's manga after all. He vanishes in an instant, like a whirlwind. Manga, huh? What a memory of the past. Oh, isn't this Champ? Since I started service at the Kanemoto house, I haven't had time to read manga, even on the days to and even on the way to and from school. Huh? Huh? Since when did this guy become a good guy? Is this funny-eyed person a new character? They get all romantic here and there. Huh? After a few weeks, I can't get the flow of the story. Huh? What's this feeling? Somebody's watching me, but from where? Relax. I bet it's my imagination making me feel like somebody's peering into me. Just like lower your peripheral vision a bit. It's like she's probably just like below your point of view. Huh? Oops. Now, next class is... Huh? Again, somebody's watching me. Kidnapper? No, no way. Again! No, it's that thing. Who the hell would be following me? It isn't you? Tsukiyama calls Minamoto for confirmation. Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me with that. Understood? If it isn't from the Kanemoto house, just who could it be? The next morning, I can still feel it. Please don't scare me like that. Even Minamoto doesn't know the identity of this person. Good morning! Do you need something? After coming near with a nonchalant attitude, the board chairman willfully nods at me and pats my shoulder. Huh? That is? Some tells me that he's the one who ordered the whole watching thing because he noticed, Shizuru likes him, doesn't he? Problematic since he's not surety. Like, something tells me that he just knows it's this kid ain't Kanemoto kid. What the hell? You can count on me. And then, right after I split up with Minamoto, Masamune. Well, would be on it, but you mean me? Wait, hold on! First the grandfather, followed up by the granddaughter. Huh? To mind it up like so. It isn't as if I'm clueless, but because I danced with her at the party. Can't say I saw her pants in the middle of the practice now. Despite how much Masamune hates to lose, I don't think she'll ever be even with me on that. Right, the agreed upon time has arrived, so I will be going. It's all driven into my head. Excuse me? And the deluxe suite is not only Masamune, but two butler-looking men in black suits. One of them pulls out a chair for me, and I take my seat with equal courtesy. In spite of the manners that Minamoto forced into my brain, dining with Masamune makes me nervous. I'm looking forward to it. What kind of cuisine is it? Soup is promptly delivered. I've heard that there's normally a host who describes the chef's cooking, but there doesn't seem to be anything of the sort. Red creamy soup, tomato. At any rate, I will try putting it in my mouth as easily as possible. Delicious. Extremely delicious. The freshness of the tomato blends together perfectly with the cream. What about you, Emil? Doesn't that mean that we aren't dining together, but I'm just being treated? It's lunch, so the main course arrives with haste. Roast beef, pudding. Wait a second. There's a discrepancy from the manners that Minamoto taught me. This cuisine looks French at a glance, but isn't it actually English? In other words, I have to eat with English table manners now, right? This is dangerous. I was just about to thrust my fork into the middle of the meat. Because it's English custom, I should go into the back there. And again, I bring it to my mouth with the utmost elegance. Delicious. How delicious this is, especially the lean meat. As one would expect, the young woman of the Masamune group would eat good meat. Like, Masamune's just sitting here like, this moron is not, like, quote-unquote, high-born. But why would Masamune provide such a test to me? What is the matter? Did I do something rude? Huh? I don't understand. I thought I was doing well. Don't tell me I'm at a blunder. It is English style, correct? Oh, that's right. The English style of eating soup is different from the French. Why are there different styles of eating soup? It's soup! The only way to eat soup is grab a spoon, dunk it into the soup, and lead the soup to your mouth. What other ways to eat soup is there? Or drink soup, I don't fucking care. Ugh!
I'm going to fucking look up what the fuck is supposed to be the difference there. English style thing soup. I can actually find it like this. Royal etiquette. What's the correct the dining etiquette when having soup? Hold on. Dining etiquette soup English. I'm not actually reading it. Okay, I'm fucking. I'm reading this. Uh. Okay, so when eating soup, the spoon is held in the right hand and the bowl tipped away from the diner, scooping in the soup in outwards movements. The soup spoon would never be put into the mouth, and soup should be sipped from the side of the spoon, not the end. Food should always be chewed with the mouth closed, including United Kingdom. It says, like for the French as well. Let me just like soup. Bread should not be dipped into soup or sauces. Yes, makes sense. This is for North America. It does not have the French, for the French do not exist. They are a myth. I'm trying to say fuck the French. Anyways, help. Sorry, I was hospitalized so long, and would it be false to make up the hospitalization as excuse? What would you mean? What do you mean? Masamune scattered some photographs across the table. That is when I felt that somebody was watching me a few days ago. Why do you have those photographs? So it was this girl! If by chance the Masamune family holds some sort of grudge against the Kanemoto family, just to be sure about what. That was thanks to you for that time you taught me. You teach me? Teacher? Is it really just that this girl wants to be my teacher? Her manners may be far from perfect, but perchance, is that necessary? There's awkward, there's awkward, there's awkward! He's gonna be beating the hell back! I can already tell that the photographer probably like saw him, like saw how he was given the manga by Kotetsu, and like just decided, you know what? We don't need proof that he didn't just like go here to read manga or something. Nathan, really? Yes, with great pleasure. I thought I did so as I thought I did so well. He's gotta be. He's still gonna be beaten to death by Chiaki. He determined it by mere observation. I tried to put practice that matters into practice. I think it should have been. Ugh. Gah. Like some. Just play a voice line of fucking of was it Mori? I fucking forgot her name right now. Hololive and Reaper Girl. I fucking forget. Hold on. It was Mori. Mori Calliope. Just Mori Calliope Gus a sound. Insert here. What is this just here? The fuck? Anyways, she apparently wants to pay me back for helping her with Shogi. After that, Joel. Jackie's still gonna beat him to shit, though. Or not. Wow. Surprising. Thus, during lunch break the next day, I underwent Masamune's private lesson. I'm supposed to be taught on what I'm doing wrong while we simply have lunch, but... Did I make a mistake somewhere? Does that mean I pass? Hmm? Eh, nothing. It's not that I was confused, it's just a mystery to me why you'd go this far for my sake. That's thanks for Shogi. Okay, that's just fucking rude. Damn Shogi, damn Shogi, damn Shogi, damn Shogi, damn Shogi, damn Shogi, damn Shogi. Of course! Because you went so far as to bring up my family! What is it this time? Huh? So what why exactly? Like this? Saying that won't help. I'm so clueless as to what I'm doing wrong. Because you're not answering. She does not have a single clue about how to teach manners, does she? I have no idea what she's getting at. However, the only thing I can do for now is eat elegantly. Again, what part is it? Huh? Turn the word bewilderment into a face, and this is what you'll get.
She can sense the low-born blood in this peasant.
There's nothing strange. I wonder if that's the result of Minamoto's Spartan training. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Isn't that a little harsh? Masamune composes herself by letting out a long sigh. That really is putting it bluntly! Used to it? Joe's saying Joe is saying that I'm awkward too. I wonder if that's the case. Somehow that might have made my last minute studying easy to see through. Yes! Okay. That was totally useless. That's right. With you, Masamune! Okay, so I accept your generous offer. Huh? Are you still doing a shogi? Understood, Sensei. Putting aside the matter of shogi, if I didn't learn perfect etiquette, it's also the social status of the Kanemoto family will end up subject to doubt. Considering how many social occasions I'm expected to participate in, I don't think I'll be able to do it with this. What? I'm thinking about these things while walking alongside Masamune. A familiar voice echoes through the corridor, with a bundle of cardboard boxes thrust into my view. And stop running! Shout, Masamune, this way! Take Masamune's slender arm and draw her into the corner of the corridor. Sorry, Kuriro! Kunihiro, carrying a stack of 3 cardboard boxes, staggers and leans against the wall. Whoops. You'll be okay by yourself? I'm really sorry. I seem to be taking part in that. Huh? The weakness of one's heart.
Hmm? Understood. Masamune said. That's it! So I guess she's not giving me just training in manners, but in spirituality as well. But still, why the gym? I was told something about Naginata with her. Is she gonna beat the shit out of him with a Naginata? Thus, at exactly 4 p.m., I stand before the gym. Yokoso. Masamune, what's with that outfit? No, but are we going to do something that involves physical exertion? A Naginata? I don't really mind, but a Naginata. I have some experience with kendo, but Naginatas might be a little different, different to handle. I don't entirely know the forms. She then passes me a practice Naginata. Oh, it's light considering the length. Does nobody come to the gym at this time? So Masamune does things like Naginata training, huh? She didn't give me the impression of being one to move her body around, so I'm a little surprised. By any chance, did you have a match against the board chairman like you did with Shogi? I see, so that's how it is. Wonder how skillful she is, though. She's gone through her training appropriate for through the training appropriate for Nojo. I bet she'll have no problem dealing with a novice like me. And she's shit. He's just gonna beat the shit out of her. That's why we're practicing, correct? We're jumping right into a match. Never used a Naginata before, but I have seen performances with them. Don't know the formal footwork at all, but if it comes to it being okay to do things freely, it's a jock's chance to shine. While going easy on her is not as... So, it's not to forget my place as shooting. I'll show off a few of my good points to this Ojo of Masamune. Very well. Now let's begin! Oh, she even has like a... Ah, yes, ready to fight pose. Oh. Ah! Here! Obviously can't aim for her body, so first I'll knock her Naginata. Yeah! The instant I strike forward, my Naginata is knocked onto the gym floor. Couldn't see it. My hands are trembling as though electricity shocked. No way. It was such a delicate body. One more time! Yeah! Ah! It's hopeless whether I strike from the right or from the left. She easily evades and takes control of my Naginata. Plus, whatever I do, I can't get used to such a long Naginata. But one more time! Not yet. Is it okay if I use a Shinai? I know it's just a little from long ago. take a Shinai out from the tool house. Alright, this script feels good. I have a little confidence when it comes to my experience in kendo. Weapons reach is off, but if I can just adjust it to the right points in my gloves. Once more, please! Ah! Only vaguely remember this. Masamune has suddenly begun striking fast, and Machina isn't on the same wavelength at all. She isn't striking rectilinearly, but rather moving her feet in fluid motions. There was such an overwhelming difference in reach. It was bad. Naginata's too strong. He knocked points at my throat. On the other hand, Masamune smiles with faintly flushed cheeks. I'm done. I never thought you would have a special talent like this. Yeah, I sure know how that feels. Perhaps Masamune inherited that disposition of directness from her grandfather. But you're still going, aren't you? "35 points. Whoops, fuck. It must be because I got serious around the middle, of course. Considering that I was overwhelmed with serious hits, unable to do anything at the hands of this delicate old Joel. That's a failing grade, correct? I pass? The apprentice? Masamune? Masamune says it! Shizuru-sensei? Yes. Being called by my first name caused me to blush for a moment. It's not even your first name. There's someone else who calls me by my first name, but I'm still a little embarrassed having Masamune be the one. Understood, Masamune? Yes, Shizuru-sensei. Take care, Shizuru. Shizuru. A dignified old man walks heavily towards us from the end of the hallway. What does propriety mean again? Propriety. Ah. Their bullseye hit. Masamune's face goes red with irritation. Looks like these two always have this kind of relationship. Is that a toolbox? Must be Konohiro. Exchange glances with Masamune. You're going to repair it then? Like that's just she's like gonna be like, wait a moment, I'm still shooting right now. They're like, look where he was supposed to be. He's gone. And look over to the door. He just wipes his forehead as the door is like beautifully new, well done, like repaired. Just looks even better than before. Ah, by God, I hate it when things are slanted. What? What? You feel like he would be the kind of old guy you could just like have it openly, like the type of chat where you just sit there like you're really just a huge pain in the ass, just like, and no one would think anything of it. Like as like if not like neither of the people in this discussion would think of anything of it. Like he'd just be cool with it. That's at least the feel I get. The old man really is presumptuous. What should we do? Yes. Understood. Will you be okay? As I would expect from the unyielding Masamune. Let's see. There must be. It must be because of a screw loose from the hinge. Because a screw from the hinge got loose. There seems to be no damage on the frame, so I guess there'll be no need for large-scale repairs after all. And the problem is, there's no way you could repair the door with it tilted like that. Might end up off center if you retighten the screw as is. What? She doesn't understand at all! She's just going right ahead and turning the screw. At the size of the screwdriver isn't even. Hey, wait! It won't work! You're going to abrade the screw like that! Calm down! I mean, the driver will abrade the screw. Ah, the screwdriver doesn't fit, so you're going to ruin the head! Didn't notice, huh? As expected of an Ojo. I mean, although they're both Ojos, this girl is a pretty different type from Akari Ojo. Yes, I think that will be fine. Wrong way. What are you planning to do with the screwdriver upside down like that?
May I try for a bit? No, no, no. I want to quip here and there, but I can't. I do have a little experience with do-it-yourself carpentry. Yes, you see, a long while ago, I observed a professional replacing a door at my house, and I helped a little. Yes, I'll just be borrowing this, and now it should be fine. When the size is right, a flathead screwdriver will work. That's about. Shizuru, could you lift that door just a little? That looks good. Now then, let's try removing the screw entirely and putting it back in. Glad I used to work part-time with interior carpentry. By God, I sure am lucky that I have learned every skill on this earth through part-time jobs. Fucking Mary Sue. I take the screwdriver from Masamune and get to work removing all the screws from the hinge. Sorry, it's just a little longer. Beneath the airs she puts on, the Zojo has some unusual signs of fairness. Indeed, to me right now, it appears terribly nice. Still, the board chairman must have a tough job. What do you mean? Is that so? But board chairman Masamune is like a sociable president, and okay, that's bad. I'm clueless when it comes to that stuff. I'll start with stupid comments, and get back to work. The granddaughter's having doubts about her grandfather's work, huh? Alright, it's done. How does it look? Because I fixed it right. Masamune delightfully opens and closes the door I've fastened. If you're too forceful, it will loosen again. I was sort of in high spirits. I wanted to show you my strong points apart from Shogi's, Shizuru. Yes. But I thought you were used to it, Shizuru. Then how about Shizuru-senpai? Shizuru. Huh. Feels strange considering that she's younger than me, but to put myself in Shuri's shoes, this sense of distance may be just about right. She just sort of jumps at the sound of a ringtone and takes out her cell phone.
That's unexpected. Shizuru of all people is obsequiously handling this phone call. I don't fucking know how to say that. I'm sure the person on the other line is her senior, but I'm still a little surprised. Judging from the tone, it might be both Jim and Masamune. Nah, that's not right. After all, he himself is walking towards me with a smile on his face. Whoops. She quickly shuts her phone and puts it into her handbag. If you're talking about the door, Masamune just... His eyes sparkling with profound interest, the bold chairman checks to see how it fits. Like, he's gonna discover more and more of his miscellaneous skills, and he's gonna be like, yeah, that's a bit too weird. That kid is not him. No, you can thank Masamune. Shinkai knows! Old man Shinkai knows! 20 minutes later, having gotten dressed, I went in front of the academy to meet with Shizuru. Sorry, and thank you for the help. The eerie hitting tone from earlier returns. Whoops. So it's about me. So who is on the other line? What's the matter? I was gonna say for a second, like, maybe it's that she already has an engagement. That she's already engaged, I mean. That she has a fiance. But we basically gonna bust that wide open, which would basically just be Ritsuko's route. And I already didn't like that plot point in the Ritsuko's route. Anyways. Hmm? Station? Something with which I can help you? That must have been the phone call earlier. Who was it? Someone who has nothing to do with me, huh? They were talking about me, though. I don't know what kind of person they might be, but to put Shizuru into low profile, they must hold a formidable presence. Most importantly, that ringtone. Let's call this person the Dark Commander for now. Under orders from the Dark Commander, Shizuru turns her steps to an ostentatious shop. Are clothes what you ordered? those were her parents, and they told her, hey, seduce the goddamn Kanemoto brat. Yes? You mean not my eyes, but my ears? I wonder why. Guess I'll cover my ears, but I feel a little uneasy for some reason, considering that my Judy's name came up on the phone call earlier. What? Is there trouble? It's about Ra. Yeah, you have my condolences, Shizuru. No. Did you undergo genetic modification or something? Sorry, I thought there was some sort of quarrel. As Shizuru turns my way, the training-sized bra gently falls from her hands. Thank you, I will leave right away. What a screw up. Why did I have to butt in like that? Like it was the natural thing to do? I'm an idiot. Thanks to that, I had just about zero conversation arose until our arrival at the Kanemoto residence. Of course! Well, there were push-ups and milk. Is there something else? Ah, 70A. And she got depressed again. But if it was a body double split up at the door. But if I, as a body double, split up with the daughter of the Masamune group or something like this, no way in hell am I gonna be let off. I don't mind at all if you're 70A or whatever. I don't find that strange at all. So it's like perfectly okay. I think they call it normal and compact or something. I mean, when it comes to body fat, not only am I stirring things up, but now I'm saying it's going to. But what I'm saying is going too far in meaning. But well, listen. I have had 30A electrical breakers. Forgive me. I'm just saying that's 30 centimeters in size is no big deal. Good grief! What am I flapping my gums about? Okay. back. They certainly were, but a lot more than that happened. Nothing. Never mind. May I have any documents available concerning the Masamune family? I'm sorry, I was just thinking about something. 78, huh? Can conjure an image just by hearing a number, but I at least know it's on a different magnitude from what I'd seen on a picture of a model. I don't see what need there is for a closeted maiden like her to fret over the size of her chest. But my head would spin if I compared the volume of her chest to Tsukiyama's again. Masamune Shizuru. Conversation about breasts. Strictly prohibited. I'll just write that down on page 1 of my mental notebook. Let's make my lessons with that, Ojo. I'm going to continue tomorrow. Guess I'd better review some etiquette then. Whoops. Please, let's let her finish this line. I think that's a bad idea. Something tells me they're gonna start growing the second they start going out, and she's immediately going to go fucking ballistic. Like, yes, the secret elixir! After I finish my work. I did my morning work more efficiently and quickly than usual. This time already. I gotta get changed soon. The Masamune Ojo asked for me. Therefore, I have to go on ahead early today. I have to go on ahead today. As I've already explained it to Minamoto, a car has been set up to drive me, so I can't afford to act slowly. What? Fuck. Sorry, and thanks for your help. Envious? Huh. Must be because she's the board chairman's granddaughter. Ah! That's a little unexpected. I wonder what she's doing before and after school. Oh, my back. That felt weird. Alright, I'm nervous, but I'll be careful. If they were originally samurai, is that where the Naginata tradition came from? Thus does my lesson when manners with Shizuru begin early in the morning today. While drinking my morning tea, we idly talk about the origins of our families. However, Sorry, your strict scrutiny is making me nervous. The power to ignore, huh? How difficult. We had gotten up to your ancestors being chief retainers. Board Chairman Masamune revived the family within just one generation after the Second World War, correct? I've heard much of such successful people from my father. Will he no longer take part in the administration of the Masamune Group? As we engage in this pleasant talk, she keeps a watchful eye on each and every move of mine. With Shuri's manners having been established as shoddy by attacked Ojo, Minamoto drilling into this area has ceased. That apparently means that I will be learning the rules of etiquette from Shizuru instead. By extension, if I don't master them now, the real Shuri is going to have to deal with some unusual connections once he takes my place. What role do your parents currently play in the Masamune group, then? Which means that you will as well someday. Huh. Your older brother. Do you not want to be the heir? As Tsukiyama has said, Shizuru might indeed be an open-hearted person. She speaks honestly about her family and her personal feelings, and such, while keeping me company. But I was trying to make my movements as natural as possible. Ugh, I'm a disgrace. My mouth open? Yep, I did that. Nothing. One of the utensils. Just how dangerous. Just by being an old George, his defenses at the strangest places. Something wrong. Defenseless, but not oblivious. That couldn't possibly be right. It really is nothing. Disappointment. What's the matter? But that's not true, taking into account the ethical implications of the certainty of your statement. You definitely have your fair share of charm. Without saying a thing, Shizuru places her hands atop her chest. Compared to another second year, the Ojo from our household, the difference in elevation is pretty clear. Nothing. I just didn't think I would be taught etiquette this strictly. Hmm? Please, Board Chairman Masamune. Are you going to help him? No, it's just that the board chairman's office is tense without board chairman Masamune here. As though completely used to this place, Shizuru fluently flips the papers on the board chairman's desk. She then boots up the notebook PC and types away while examining the documents. What is it you're doing? So that is what taking care of paperwork meant. One would expect the granddaughter of the Academy's board chairman to partake in some degree of selfish arbitration, but on the contrary, she seems to be helping quite a bit with chores. So the reason you go to school early is to take care of this kind of work? Second home? Huh, you really are like a private secretary. But with his job, you can come to know what work the board chairman has, can't you? I won't say anything for sure, but that might be so. Eh? The interview at the superintendent of education at 2 p.m. Attend cultural award ceremony at 6 p.m. Sure is a lot. I'll try my best. What kind of work are you doing over there? Huh? She looks down upon the documents as though tackling some sort of serious problem. Tackling, I mean. It's a crossword puzzle! In hot air deep in the chairman. Oceans. Skill, or my guess? Ah, then barnacle. What kind of worthless work is that? Ah, whatever. Preserve the honor of the Kanemoto family. I have to focus on my work, showing off Shuri's forte. Still, from a small construction project, an invitation to tea, there's a heap of miscellaneous documents here. The dates are all within 2 or 3 days from now. The job of a board chairman must be hard. I want to reply to that, but I don't think. But I think. But I think I won't. No, I plan to construct a new school building. For real. There's also a plan to build a nuclear bomb shelter that could fit all the students. Roger that. There are documents in here that are more important than I thought. Ones that even you can't see. Familiar melodies or sounds, and Senpai hurriedly takes out her cell phone. Takes her cell phone out. Shizuru, about this document. Thanks for your efforts. It was on the other line of that dark commander-like call. That ringtone sounded like some sort, sounded sort of like a final boss. You say, "Your father." Sorry, it was slip of the tongue. Well, see that is that so? Magic. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So your etiquette. What the fuck is Columbid? I apparently have a notification. Columbid. Any number of the Columbidae, which I assume is a family of plants or something. A taxonomic family within the order Columbiformes, pigeon and doves. Staring at the crossword puzzle on the newspaper before her, Senpai breathes a sigh. Lukewarm, you said? No, it isn't particularly difficult. Like, doing work you don't know your experience with sure must be tough, huh, Kanemoto? Oh, doing a riddle in a newspaper you're not familiar with sure must be tough, huh, Shizuru? I really don't mind at all. That's scary. Although he's younger than me and upperclassman is being spanked before my eyes. His awkwardness, it isn't just unpleasant, it's scary. And that's why, on account of Shizuru's circumstances, I would like to ask if I could eat lunch with you today. No, it's just that Shuri would do something like this, wouldn't he? No, apparently he has the will to carry on. Thank you. Understood! Sensei, why not rest a little today? You're staggering. I knew it. No pushing yourself. Ah! What the? She hasn't even pulled the Naginata out. Very well. In that case, don't hold back! Hitori Kamae. Naginata stance in which the left foot is placed forward. Okay! Can't believe how much she hates losing. It's important to have guts, though, even as a bluff. Yes, this means there are those who have fighting spirit, even among high class Ojos. That aside, if we try to get against each other, shouldn't we be wearing protective gear? Jeez, where did this girl's confidence come from? But I'm sort of fired up now. Until now, I thought of keeping Shizuru company as just another part of my job, but that stance is gradually taking a shift. Understood one more time! There's no way I can attack with full power, and of course, I'm Kanemoto Shuri's body double in all regards. But I wish to have the determined Joe give me a little credit, or something like that. Damn, I can't win. I'm sorry, thank you for the lesson. He let the inner Takumi out. Well, grr. Senpai! Senpai! She fucking drops. Okay. Anemic. I wouldn't expect such a hot-blooded Ojo to be anemic. Someone with the mindset of an Ojo would want to hide her hunger that much. Got it. No, Kuniro, heading out. At her own will, seems like it's quite a burden for transfer students to keep up with the special classes. Oh no, I was so busy and skipped lunch earlier. My stomach has been rumbling for quite some time.
Ah, you fucked up! You fucked up! Well, I would want to go if I could, but... Minamoto, likewise. How do I put this? Would it be okay, Minamoto? I am to get involved in one thing or another. That is what it has come to. I may have your permission now that you're here. If you don't mind, Masamune. Okay? The training you received in Masamune family must have been quite strict. I really want Takumi to just like kind of slip back into his old personality when he enters one because like an old collie's just working the kitchen like, hey man, how's it going? It's been fucking ages. I didn't know he worked here now. My God, that's fucking weird. Weren't you like at the soba shop before? I just switched from soba to ramen. That's kind of weird, buddy. I of course mean, yes, this, sir, you have quite a, nice establishment here. Would you mind if we were to dine here this fine evening? I am not the Takumi you're looking for. Riveting! Okay. This smells stimulating my appetite. It's been such a while since I had ramen. Ramen. Oh, but my long way to the ramen. My appetite can't handle the smell of this freshly cooked broth. High-class dinners are nice too, but this is how a meal is meant to be. I want to dig in as soon as possible, but... Shizuru, who was ordered to skip lunch, and Minamoto, who must endure on account of her position, stare intently at the bowls. I'm sure just looking and not being able to eat is bad enough, but now, with this pungent smell, coming together must have been a bit harsh after all.
Senpai, you did skip lunch, so I'm sure you can eat just a little. Well, okay then. Yes, it's quite good. Excuse me, another 2 ramen, please. Standing at the counter of a ramen shop, not ordering anything. That's real bad manners! Yes, these are the manners of the common people. When in Rome, do as Romans do. Even if you secretly just take one bite, it'll be a good personal experience. The ramen is quite delicious after all. Why is that so adorable? Why is it so precious? Why? I want to pet it. Are you going to try the pepper? Minolta stealthily puts the package of her chopsticks into her pocket. Looks like I made the right decision one way or another. It's fine when you're slurping ramen. Along with soba, it's actually better to make noise. Are you embarrassed? That was quick! Both Kunito and I still have a third of our bowls remaining. You make quick work of that. I don't know if that's also part of your training. I'm sure board chairman Masamune would like it, though. She says it as he comes in! Yeah, kinda. Or not. I was sure that was just gonna be like, how? Wow, how did you know? Same as usual, though. It isn't a big deal. His statement is to be taken off the record, correct? On the round home from the ramen shop, Senpai seems to have hit it off with Kunihiro. About that, see, Kunihiro and I, that was dangerous. I mean, about this quick witness has saved us. Uh, wasn't that the part Kunihiro didn't understand in today's class? By all means, please do so next time. So, I'm glad that you were able to enjoy yourself. I was worried as to whether you would enjoy this. Because the downtown ramen shop doesn't seem to suit you at all. What a relief. I breathe a mental sigh of relief for having been able to change the subject. But the lifestyle of the common people? Is this part of your world study? It is the kind of knowledge that accounts for my lacking etiquette. Shizuru does have the impression of having been overly protective within the academy as the board chairman's daughter. Yes, in fact, I might call that a forte of mine. If you're fine with this sort of miscellaneous knowledge, then of course I... Suddenly some men in black suits appear out of nowhere and surround us. Masked, I'm sure refers to board chairman Masamune. Some sort of defeated expression, Shizuru turns to us. Okay, take care. She smiled with a hint of loneliness. Surrounded by men in black suits, she disappeared into an extravagant limousine. She's like a caged bird. Shizuru has left Kunihiro. As Shizuru has left, Kunihiro has left, and now only a first-class maid and I remain. Everything turned out well in the end, though, didn't it? Wasn't it delicious? Review? Naginata review. I have a bad feeling about this. Please spare me from having to go that far. I'm gonna be beaten to pulp. Yes, who is it? What's this? Early in the morning. Shizuru! Ow, 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 ow! Oh, nothing. Don't worry about me. I can still feel the pain in my joints from that hardcore review. That first class mate has to go a little easy on me. Chooser! Not even I. If neither Ojo nor I now, and the only remaining possibility. Like, he's probably like, oh yeah, that body double ain't getting close to my daughter anymore. Now on. How does her being my tutor lead to going to school together? Still having no idea what's going on, I get the car with Shizuru and head off to Rokuroku Academy. We got off at the school gate and passed through side by side. The students observe us as though we're walking together as a couple. The entrance seems like a far distance away, with fascinated students all around. Wouldn't it be better to walk separately? But you're a celebrity around here? Senpai? What the hell is happening? So I can't keep up with the rapid developments of this morning. I have several questions. Eh? She tightly grasps my hand. We haven't held hands since the party. There is a misunderstanding? Well, we're holding hands. That's right. You're fine with it! After stepping on my foot and while still holding my hand, she sort of looks up at me. Okay, so it is going that route. What is the meaning of this? That fiance thing! Stop changing the subject! Huh? The faint scent of vanilla arises from the teacup placed in front of me. Excuse me, I will have milk. I heard from my father that I would be learning manners from you, but I knew nothing of this fiancé business. Ah. Eh. No way. Shuri and Shizuru had an agreement like that? Should have heard of it when I became a body double then. You and I are engaged? Oh my god, I could just see the grabs, like, already knowing that kid ain't Shuri, that's a body double. Let's make things fun! Bochum and Masamune did. Between Masamune and Kanemoto. Whoops. Partnership between Masamune, the retail giant, and Kanemoto, the company based on railroads and department stores. I would be dancing in glee over this scoop if I were a newspaper reporter. However, this isn't a story like that a body double like me could work out. Huh? One moment, please. Oh, that was fake. Huh? That isn't the problem here. But I suddenly realized something. Half of Senpai's future might already be decided as she sits there here before me. Your parents decided the marriage, you're saying. Whoops. An obligation. What is it? Womanly charm, you say. I'm not! You have a persecution complex! I just chose the wrong words. Let's see. Chizuru, you're very charming! Aware of what? I'm not talking about that part! What's wrong? She shifts her gaze to her chest and lets out a sigh. You shouldn't if it bothers you, though. Why not say boobs instead? No, it's a romantic word. Boobs. Whoops, on second thought, wouldn't breasts have been better than boobs? But I can't turn back now. That woman's charm isn't determined by her boobs. I believe that you should think of it as more of a comprehensive matter. Thank the heavens. That sure was a quick comeback, though. Opportunity. You're fine with me being the judge? Intensive training. Books to make women more attractive. Like a fashion magazine? Cesium collection, a reference to the Cobalt collection, the Cesium collection, a reference to the Cobalt collection, a publisher of shoujo manga. Murasaki Shikibu was a female poet of the Heian period. It may be wise to reconsider your choice in books. Yes! Why does he have that ringtone? There really is something wrong with her taste. At any rate, Chizuru takes the call with good humor and begins talking about me. Some tells me that father needs some severe correction.
Seems like get a shotgun or something. Just, you know, the levels of fuck you. So, it didn't go well. How strange. Like he he starts reprimanding her, like he just grabs the phone. Hello, new phone, who this? Could you stop being a bitch? They're quite interested in the communist lifestyle, though, aren't you? Seems like the Masamune family thinks of that as a bad thing for whatever reason. I would think that her profound curiosity would be good. What do I think? You're small. However, I think you're powerful. Well, don't they say that that's a beautiful thing by nature? Yes, even my family's maid has said that she admires that. Let's see, there is also... The compactness of her small build makes her plenty attractive, I think. But that's the cause of that childish air of hers. But what's the cause of that childish air of hers? Well, what's the cause of that childish air of hers? Her personality or her appearance? If you combined an adultish sense of attractiveness, you would be invincible, you know? But I think that having a broad mind is very adult-like. I am obliged. I think a gyudon shop would be fine. Her deep curiosity really is one of her charms to me. I feel as though I caught a short glimpse of the blinding sun as I walked beside her. As your fiance? I'm surprised. I thought that Shuri and Chizuru would have that sort of bond. Marriage decided by one's families doesn't exactly have a horrible ring to it, but I didn't feel the slightest pessimism from her. I wonder if there's just another way in which our worlds differ. Still, I wouldn't think that that father would decide his son's spouse of his own accord. You know, just like ask, just in case. As usual, she was an enjoyable person. Is the engagement thing true? No, she said she doesn't know what will happen yet, but that there is a possibility. To be honest, I was surprised, having a marriage in order to expand the family. I'm not calling it all. I was just thinking about how different this world is. Somewhere or another, there seems to be talk of an engagement between Shuri and Shizuru.
So it really was about the partnership. It really is a problem when my family members notice us overhearing me trying to gamble away half of our life savings. Will it be will it be of benefit to the Konomoto family that I keep company with Shizuru? Honestly, God, I really wanted him to just like stand there. So basically, if I fall for her, I'm fucked, aren't I? But an optimistic guy, I wonder if it's necessary for someone with such will to be at the top of a major company. You aren't changing your voice back. Ah. Here's the thing, though. This should immediately just like, yes, abandon plans, because right now she's getting to know Takumi, not Shuri. And I think, like, there is a clear, like, difference between them, I feel. Like, since he before was often in the hospital, wouldn't be too hard to, like, be like, yes, he is actually Shuri, since they probably haven't, like, interacted too much with them yet. But afterwards, I feel like those particularly close to him would notice rather quickly. Okay? Understood? I say the talk goes quickly when it comes to Shuri on his sick bed. It's not as though I know Shuri especially well yet, but no matter with whom he's going to be together, he will really put in the greatest effort to make her happy. In that sense, Shizuru might not be a bad choice. Even if she's not a favorable spouse, so long as she's married with Shuri. Yes, please show me right here the true power of a first-class maid. Of course, and we'll get the tools from outside right away. Broom? Huh? Huh? I'm sure somebody like her would still would be able to use it. Let's start then. My bodily joints just hurt a little.
And anyways, this is another point in which, yes, it'll be a bit obvious. Like, while yes, Shuri's body is weak, and he has been trying to emulate that, he's still gonna have a problem because like his base abilities are still going to be far higher than Shuri's fresh out the goddamn hospital. And Shuri's not gonna have any kind of like basics when it comes to Naginata training. He may be like basically what it's gonna be like. For Takumi, like manners are here, Naginata training are here. Like this is Naginata training, this is manners. The moment they switch, it's just suddenly gonna like immediately lose all fucking balance. Like if it was only this way, sure. Like maybe it's just feeling a bit off or something like that. But like basically like train at the basics again a little. Like if it's just that, sure, maybe he just got better, but both at the same time would just make it obvious, in my opinion. What are you talking about? Eh? Of course not! Masamune was just teaching me some etiquette. That was a lesson in escorting, I tell you. What's with that look? A book? This is a problem. Shizuru really wanted to study this in depth, but has me worried, and the negative what has me worried is the negative influence she might get from reading unusual books. Why does that sound not very convincing? So this is where the cesium collection came from. He gave her porn. He gave her porn. He gave her porn. I have a bad feeling. Bad Nagasone! What have you done? But Shizuru, we're talking about, no matter what she's reading, I'm sure she can distinguish a good book from a bad one. If it's something targeted towards beginners, like shoujo manga recommended by Kuniro, then... Um... Ah... I feel like some sort of chemical change is occurring. If you stare at me like that, I'll get nervous and have trouble eating. Shizuru. You shouldn't live by those words. It isn't like they're shooting ions. They're shooting ions out of their eyes. Is it too beautiful? You're so beautiful that I'm too shy to.
I've been freed from her ocular assault for the time being, but I can still feel the piercing pain of her stares, not just on my face, but on my arms and chest, all the way down to my waist reach. I wonder where the hell she got her information. Nagasone! Was it whatever that books Nagasone recommended? One time, please! Damn, I keep losing! Really? I wonder if it's from the fruits of my training with Minamoto that I'm yielding some results, both yesterday and today. Shizuru goes into 100% mode in the very middle of practice. It might be best not to think much of it and instead focus. Can we do one more round? The next one will be the last. There's something I learned from my practice with first-class maid Minamoto and her broom. Although she's good, Shizuru is an amateur with her Naginata, such that she learned not from some dojo, but from board chairman Masamune. Even so, it's true that she's stronger than me for now. Should be able to get an edge with timing, however. Alright, third time's the charm. You're open! You did say come on! Ah! Ow. I lost. Jeez, I won't step away and then I'll break at the end. It is definitely. What matters is that we're together, not when we started. And the type who springs back from frustration. Huh? Ah! Sorry, I didn't mean to! Crap, I got a bit too excited. I just sort of lost sight of myself. Please forget that. I can certainly picture that. Stand by. She has only ever given me verbal advice, but today she's teaching me with her hands. I wonder if this means she's gotten a little interested. No, but nothing. Senpai, you usually acts fussy and always maintains her dignified countenance, now shows me a variety of expressions. That may be because she's engaged to Shuri, but I'm still glad. I want the Zojo to approve of me as well. It's with that thinking that I practice with the Naginata. I didn't mean to. Huh? I can feel her extremely close to me right now. I can feel her breath as we get up against each other. Wait a second! Separate soft cheeks are pressing against my chest. She noticed. This bad. Senpai's gaze is directed right on my... There?! No, calm down, lower body. Who gave you permission for this? Sorry, this is within the scope of my training.
She's panicking. With Senpai's hand over... it loses control. Yes. This is bad. I have to do something about this. But that? But what? I'm sorry. This is Maybe it's a real scene, but I can assure you. I'm done here. It's not that she found out about the body double thing, but this will still be a terrible mark. I feel like Shuri's image has gotten much worse. I have to do something to clear this mess, but really, how do I handle it? Seems like she was finally taking a liking to me too. But poor Chairman Masamune! No, but he's popping up behind me! So, you were sneaking around? I'm being given the proper guidance, so I'm learning with pleasure. I can now have wind against it, which is a little frustrating. I appreciate it. Okay, is there something that needs to be repaired somewhere? It is a little strange for a Japanese garden like this to be in the middle of the academy, isn't it? Indeed, I don't often have the opportunity. It is a very splendid garden, however. Uh, a garden that, at some point in one of the routes, does contain a bloodbath. I get to spoil all the routes because, looking at the chronological order of these videos, you should have already seen it. Fudo Garden, located on the Academy's premises, gets its name from somebody who once owned this land. Here that when Rokuroku Academy was building it, the Fudo family gave their large plot free of charge, with a large-scale contribution. So they built Rokuroku Academy around. The Fudo family ended without an heir, but that name is still inherited by this garden. So, what do you need me for? All that I'm seeing is the both chairman of the academy doing garden work for some reason. Even so, is it okay for an amateur like myself to help, such as myself? He hands me some small shears. I've worked at a flower shop before, but as for how useful that will end up being, I say, that's good to hear. I snipped the shears while trying not to cut off the buds of the azaleas, matching the form by observation. Still, but Chairman Masamune, I always see you wandering around here and there within the academy. The academy? Shizuru, you mean? Having a future promised you sounds nice, but I know a courage bird when I see one. For hopping onto that sort of rail, he wants her, by all means, to be able to settle down at the end of the day. I wonder if that's how
Board Chairman Masamune thinks. Indeed, maybe there is something I can do. Huh? why is Gramps just the best wingman? Why is Gramps just the best wingman? I mean, he ain't a Genjuro. He ain't a Genjuro. That just has to be said. He ain't a Genjuro. I don't think anyone could ever beat Genjuro. Same reason you're here. Nah, you can't cut them with that much force. Azalis are supposed to be spherical, so you can just cut off the limbs, the limbs sticking out. Don't you feel like taking a breather every once in a while? Seems like both Chairman Masamune wants you to experience a broad range of things. Isn't it? By experiencing things you weren't able to inside your house, you can attain a broader perspective than you once had. That is my opinion, at least. Therefore, I don't think you have anything to feel guilty about. I use our pruning as an excuse to bring up the ramen shop. The interest that Shizuru holds in the lifestyle of the common man is without doubt, it seems to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to. That's, well, earlier that was, that natural disaster. Wow, her face, it's totally red. Crap from remembering it earlier, and now I'm getting excited. Well, it's about time that everyone arrives at school, so let's wrap this up. Senpai. Okay, please begin then. Oh, there's a stop at the bottom, so you have to remove that. Senpai, your hand. Hold on, I will stop the bleeding right away. Please bear with it for a short while. Okay, now there. Cut isn't deep, but the area where the clip handles got you is swelling. I don't think there's any problems with the bone, but I asked to see a nurse later on. She didn't know what to do when the blood started coming out, so she has more guts than but she has more guts than I thought. Certainly are tough, Shizuru. Because Senpai injured her hand, today's lunch lesson Naginata practice have been cancelled. Does it still hurt? Don't push yourself, please. What's wrong? Tell me your lunch was taken away as punishment again. Did you invoke the board chairman's wrath by not pruning to the very end? Hand? In that case, you could have called for me. Well, do you have no opposition to consulting other students? Do you have no opposition to consulting other students? Better than your stomach growling in front of you, pupil. Shizuru shows cute when she's acting embarrassed. So, you had a lunch for the day. I'll take you. Start chopstick duty then. Yes, I will hold them to. Isn't it better than being dizzy due to your empty stomach? Even though I'm pretending to be a fiance. Here, does it taste good? Yeah, why is she sitting in the actual, like, chair instead of on the couch or something? That makes two of us. Good thing the board chairman is absent today. To escape the public eye, the board chairman's office is the optimum location. Just as I might expect of the housekeeper for the Masamune family. Looks like the rice's good taste has remained till noon. Board chairman Masamune did? He really does, and he really does anything, that guy. Pushiness. Like, that's why good old Graham's Masamune just really likes the guy. Like, I like the cut of his jib. He is my brother now. My brother in spirit. If you disapprove, I will eat instead. I don't want to force you, though. And here. As you wish, Jojo. Says to bite into it. If you're eating a boxed lunch, can't you use boxed lunch manners? It isn't as though anyone's watching. You've already held hands, so it's too late for that. Here, How is it? How fitting of you, next to spoiled food. What's the matter? Are you not good with carrots by any chance? Does board chairman always make your lunch? You will have no future if you don't clear the carrot. So heavy for my hands. The carrot is too heavy, I can't keep holding it. So heavy. You gotta read it quickly, man. Ooh, so heavy. I'm saved, thank you. A trick a co-worker's old man used to make him drink medicine is what I can't say. I just imitated what I saw at a previous part-time job of mine. It works well if you put enough force into it. So, you really can't eat carrots. Is that so? The next one will be a carrot then. No. Here, dessert is an apple. Same here, actually, Shizuru. Don't worry, it's normal. Was fun, though. Just thought I was able to learn more about you. I know. Therefore, please make sure your hand heals soon. Well, you can actually see that it's like proper bandaged up. That's the spirit, Shizuru. Is that so? I just noticed that apparently there are 2 windows open of Noble Work for some reason. Weird. I'm still trying to be unassuming, though. As are you. Here, huh? Are you talking about the garden? Does that mean you will again be coming to school early tomorrow? Shizuru switches hands quickly there. She opens her left leg and... Yes, with that speed. She seems to want revenge in terms of pruning tomorrow. Yes, that girl has guts that I wouldn't expect from an Ojo. Isn't that not natural? It's my duty as the person in charge right now. Having said that, she's starting to interest me beyond the frame of my work. Even doing my Naginata training with Minamoto, I can't get Shizuru out of my head. Hey, have you gotten better? I see. Looks like she spent the night in hard training. Used the clips like an expert. My apologies, I had it hard last night. Oh, ignore me, just talking to myself. Oh, that matters, your wrist doing okay. What were you doing with paper? Ooh, do show me next time. You could have just said honestly that you spent the night practicing instead of making up a desperate excuse. Wait, I'm in the same boat when it comes to the Naginata thing. It really is a little embarrassing. Wow, man, fast. And does that look nice? I'm now done too. They're complete. Indeed, perfectly. Senpai grabs my hands and we dance on the lawn like we did at the party. And when she's stepping around in amusement, she puts on a certain simple-mindedness that makes her seem like a different person. Senpai? Yes, congratulations. Yes? Sorry. I've been fooled by Naginata practice after all. Shizuru acts triumphant as she speaks to Ojo. Both of them are the daughters of large corporations that represent Japan. They look overly excited. Huh? There! There! Now! I won? I did it. I did it! That was 1 point for me just now! Even so, I scored 1 point at last! Indeed, you have won, but 1 point! she's like a fucking little kid, but I won! Ah, what a fulfilling day. Must have been the after effects of your injury yesterday. I also didn't expect that your pruning would improve so much. Memorial. You're certainly right. Ramen again. Gyudon. Are you going to be scolded again, though? Very well, I will contact my home. Oops. It was for me too. I didn't think that your black-suited man would rent out the shop. I've learned something. Senpai? I should apologize that they're only cheap things. See you tomorrow then. Yes? Suddenly Senpai runs up behind me and squeezes my hands. Then, silence. Despite being overwhelmed, I continue to wait for her next words. She finally says my name and raises her face to me. Strangely, that expression seems to be marked by bewilderment. Eh? What? This girl, a mere body double like me. Shizuru? Take care. How that silhouette of the car disappears from view. Let's find the words. I wonder what you meant. From now on. It's so hot. It's already the end of October. I hope y'all realize that the more he falls for her, the more increasingly uncomfortable I will feel. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.